Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Let me know if you can hear. Put a thumbs up in the chat. I was like going off. So again, welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Stand-up comedian, Big Brother superfan here to break down all of the live feed spoilers, things going on. We roast it, we recap it, we take a comedic look, but we get you caught up with everything I know about this crazy messy house, mostly because of this lady who is the ultimate instigator. So thank you guys. I've been gone for a couple days. I went camping in Santa Barbara with my niece and nephew and some friends on the beach. We had a good time, but now I'm back fully plugged into Big Brother and here to get us caught up and to talk some shit. All right. So thank you guys for understanding that I needed to be away.
It's inappropriate.
Okay, it might have been inappropriate. It's always inappropriate when I take little vacations during Big Brother season, but it happens. It happens sometimes. All right. Oh, you guys smash that like. Let's set a like goal for 1,000. Can we hit 1,000 likes? That would be amazing. All right. So I have live feed spoilers. We have last night's episode. I really wanted to come live last night after the episode, but I got back too late. Watched the episode. And now then I was like, I'm too tired. So we have spoilers. Who's the HOH? Who's on the block? How are people, feeling about that? We will get to. I want you guys to sound off in the live chat and let me know what you think about this. If you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat, join my YouTube membership or my Patreon, or hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Thank you to those of you who have done that. But thank you just for smashing the like and subscribing as we head to 50K. Our next subscriber goal is 50,000. So hopefully we can hit that by the end of the Big Brother season. All right. So last night, I want to know, how do you guys feel? Amy went home, a unanimous vote, 13-0, I believe. Obviously, I was camping, trying my best to keep up with live feeds and updates and things. But it seemed as though there was, this push to keep Amy over Adrien, but then Adrien wins the BB blockbuster, BB butt blaster, we call it over here. And Amy ends up on the block with Will. And as much as Rachel and a few others tried, they just could not save Amy. And I will say, at first I was like, oh, that sucks. But, I kind of predicted preseason that Amy wasn't going to be very good at Big Brother. Okay.
Well,
her preseason interview was like, I tell people the wrong thing. I can't, keep secrets. I'm always saying stuff I shouldn't say. I believe people naively. And we did see kind of a switch with Amy where all of a sudden she started blaming Rachel for the reason that she was targeted. But let's be honest, anyone over the age of 35 is going to be targeted in that house, especially over the age of 40. And we're seeing that now with Will. So it's one of those things with Big Brother where, try as they might to diversify the cast, there's never enough quote unquote old people. And also Amy was always going to be a target because of the things she told us preseason, how she trusts the wrong people. She says things she shouldn't say. And again, she's 43, which is like dead to these young kids. Okay. And Will and Amy realized, like every quote unquote elderly person who plays the show realizes, as much as you come into the show like, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm that, like I got kids their age, I can relate. You cannot relate. A 23-year-old looks at you like, why is this grandmother talking to me? We have nothing in common. And they realized that, a week into the game. So thank you, David, for the first super chat of the live. Says, welcome back bonus from David. Thank you so much. I appreciate the welcome back bonus. Killian says, what about Julie's lemon drop? Oh my God. So Chen went a little off script. So Will was giving his speech out, shout out to his wife, his chocolate drop, I believe he calls her. And Julie's like, does that mean make me a lemon drop? And I'm like, oh, Julie. When Julie like, what? Okay. And then immediately Julie was like, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Tell your wife it's a joke. And I'm thinking, Julie, word on the curb. Okay. was when she and the old Les Moonves got together. Allegedly, I don't know, jokes, parody, satire, don't sue me. Allegedly, he might have still been married.
Huh?
So maybe not the best joke to make if you were once the mistress. Allegedly, obviously, we don't know. We don't care. We don't wear no underwear, okay? But it was interesting. When when the Chen bot goes off script and improvises, I was like, is that God 101 approved? Is that what Jesus would do? Okay. Some people laugh so hard. I see some people thought it was cringe. Adam says out of pocket. So I don't know. Julie could be swinging. We don't know. But ever since she put up the God 101, we're like, what? Julie, what? Julie, you can't make that joke. Can you? Is that okay? Did you get that pre-approved? I just realized I have a scrape on my head. Camping, yay. Yeah. So Will was like, and now Will's wife, put a hit out on her. No, she did not. I'm sure Will's wife laughed and was like, haha, that was so funny. So shout out to Julie Chen. I guess I feel like when we see Julie make little jokes, we're reminded of the Julie Chen that once was and not the Julie Chen Moonves that is now. But I will say, if you were alleged and suspected to be in a relationship with a married man who you're now married to, maybe not the best joke to make, but I don't know. Do what you want to do. Okay. Fine. Julie. Okay. Ryan says Julie Chen moved short-circuited. Back to Julie Chen for a second, when she was fun. And now she's just like, love one another. And then Taylor and Derek, you guys, jumped on the episode and had a segment because they have a show, which we heard about preseason. And we just recently found out who was going to host it. Taylor Hale, Derek Levasseur, both former Big Brother winners. Derek, obviously, BB16 and pretty much BB22 All-Stars because allegedly he pre-gamed for Cody Cauliflower. And for that, I will find it hard to ever forgive him, but I'm trying to move past it. And then Taylor Hale, obviously winner of BB24, are hosting this BB Unlocked, which I love that now, after all these years, shout out to Silverchair, get back together so I can go to your concert. Daniel Johns, make it right with your fellow band members. Shout out to Australia. Okay, enough tangents. But I love that now, okay, they are like, maybe we should do something. Maybe we should do like an after show. After you've seen, I think BB Australia had one. I know BB UK had one. I know they played around with Big Brother after shows that Jeff Schroeder hosted way before Jeff Schroeder should ever host anything. And also that a couple of the celebrity Big Brother, Ross and Marissa, I think they hosted something, but that was just online. But now, I guess it aired tonight. I got to watch it. Did you guys watch it? Was it good? I'll watch it and we'll roast it. Taylor says it's going to be good. I don't know. We'll see. But apparently they're going to be the after show. What did they say? Like the ESPN or something for Big Brother. It's like, that's what we do over on YouTube. And that's what we've been doing for years. For years. So I assume theirs is different because they're not going to give us so many spoilers, obviously. You'll probably get a couple things. And then they're going to have former house guests. And I think Bobby Moynihan, what's that guy's name? The comedian, celebrity guy that loves Big Brother. Bobby Moynihan, was he the? Apologies for not being able to pronounce his name. Bobby Moynihan, you know who I'm talking about? I think he was on SNL. I think he was going to be on tonight's episode or something. Okay, Janet watched it. Janet's giving it, it was okay. Which is exactly what I expected. Like people to say. I didn't expect it to be like, oh my God, it was the best Big Brother after show ever. So good. So good. Yeah, be love, be light. You forgot about it. I think a lot of people forgot about it, but hopefully it'll be good. But Janet said, it was okay. D-Hawk, I liked it. Okay, good. Good. All right, Adam says, I trust Taylor, Derek, not so much. Ever since Derek did us dirty with All-Stars, BB22, and pre-gaming for Cody Cauliflower, allegedly, obviously. I can't trust the man. I can't trust him. He's a narc. Seneca says, not interested in it. Pomegranate said, I enjoyed it. It was better than I thought. Oh, good. Well, that is hopeful. We'll see. We'll see. I'll watch it. We'll roast it. Blah, blah, blue. So Amy leaves the house. The accomplice comes on, or not the accomplice, the mastermind gives her a goodbye message like, goodbye, Amy. Thank you for helping me press buttons. Unfortunately, you have to press the button to leave the house. Blah. And Amy's like, okay. Amy's speech again was horrific. Amy, next to the guy that sat next to Jag in the final two, Matt, Amy gives pretty awful speeches. Shout out to Amy. But they were pretty bad. She's like, if it's good for your game and you think it'll work, I mean, then keep me. And if you don't, then don't. And I'm just so grateful to be here. And I'm like, okay. So overall, my point was, I think that it's probably best for Rachel's game that Amy just leaves. Because what's Rachel going to do? Every single week, she has to try to save Amy from the block. She has to try to talk people out of voting out Amy. While Amy and Ashley are talking shit behind Rachel's back as she's trying to save them. It's just, you guys, this house, these house guests, this season is incredibly hard to follow as far as alliances, who's with who, which is good. Like, I don't hate that, but it's almost to the point where nobody has a strategy. There's like half a strategy and Rachel has it. Okay. And the other people are like, it's too soon to play the game. Okay. We should wait. We're going to wait until the second half, maybe the last quarter. Hopefully we'll all still be here. And then we'll play. It's too soon to make big decisions. It's too soon. Okay. And so as I'm watching the feeds, I'm like, okay, I'm taking notes. I'm like, yes, okay, they're talking about this. And then 2 seconds later, it's something completely different. Nobody really knows what they're doing. And you don't know who's really together, which I guess is refreshing given season after season of big, powerful alliances that just sweep through the house and take out the people that aren't in the alliance one by one. This season, they decided, if you're in our alliance, we are going to put you on the block.
Oh my God.
They don't care. The Bond, Triple Threat, Triple Tits, whatever the alliance names are now. Okay. The Undateables, the Unrelatables, they'll put each other up. And at this point, is there even an alliance in the house? Okay. I don't know. So somewhere, one season down the road, we might be able to find that happy medium, right in the middle of too steamrolly and what the is going on, somewhere in the middle there, maybe we'll get a season. Killian, thank you. You were giving me perfect talking points, Killian. I feel like I should pay you because I did want to talk about that and I didn't write it down. Now, I do have to say, Catherine was supposed to be our little feminist killjoy. We were kind of excited. She's had a lot of trauma in her life, but she's like, I'm for women. I am woman. Hear me roar. I get my period every day. I'm such a feminist. I love women so much. I'm constantly menstruating. And then we really haven't seen that in the house. Catherine basically does not like any of the women except for Lauren, maybe a couple other, and also thinks I'm for women unless I feel like I'm on the bottom of the women's alliance. And then fuck the women, yay the patriarchy.
The patriarchy.
So Catherine's, was it her message or was it her goodbye message or her DR in yesterday's episode where she was just like, I'm a total feminist. I'm the most feminist piece of feminist that ever feminists. Okay, I'm all for free the tits, free the nipple, everything, free bleed. Unless, okay, I feel like all the ladies aren't putting me first.
The patriarchy.
And then, fuck them. And I'm going to work with the guys. And women can go to hell. And I was like, oh, Jesus. But you know what? I'm not even that mad because I'm so used to it in Big Brother. I am so used to like this, the woman's thing never working. And I should know that the fact that she was even putting it out there what a feminist she was, that she wasn't, because it's a show, not tell. We learned that in life. Show us you're that, and then you don't got to tell us you're that. And so far, Catherine, she's not a feminist. She's just angry.
The patriarchy.
I don't know why. Okay. So yeah, hit that like, keep hitting that like. So we'll see. We'll see with Catherine what happens. She's kind of with Lauren, kind of not. She's looking sus to a lot of people in the house. And she turns out she's a big fan of the patriarchy. The Angel Muse, thank you for the super chat, says, my gut feeling about Kat turned out to be gas. Oh, yes, sometimes it's always gas for me too. It may be that she's anti-woman or racist. You pick, Jolene. Let's give her both. Let's give her both. She can be an anti-woman racist for the
patriarchy.
Who knows? Who cares? Who wears underwears? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. She's 23. God bless Catherine. But playing this way, we'll see if it gets you far. In life, not really. But you gotta laugh at this shit. The people who comment, like, I'm such a feminist. I'm so pro-woman. I don't even like guys. I don't even like them. And it's like, well, you don't have to. You can still like men and be a feminist. Well, no, not me. I'm gonna play just for the women. And then they get in the house. They're like, I'm just gonna talk to Riley. He's creepy and I don't like him either, but I like him more than the women. Okay.
The patriarchy.
Oh boy. And she's on slop this week, so she's not having a good time. She hasn't really been eating the slop. She had some pickles and she's like, I'm back. She had a couple of pickles this afternoon. She was like, I'm back, baby. I feel so good. I feel so great. So yesterday's episode, I guess surprising a little to me that Amy lost unanimously, but that's because I was camping and missed out on a lot of the campaigning. But not that surprised about Catherine. Julie Chen's comment was probably the most surprising thing about being a lemon drop. And then us getting like a 10-minute promo for the Derek Taylor show, which is like, can't you do that shit on a commercial? Like, do we really? I don't know how I feel about Derek Levasseur and Taylor's chemistry. I don't know. I'll have to watch the show. On the live show, didn't really seem like there was a ton. It seemed a little performative to me. But again, they're on CBS. I'm on YouTube. So there's a different way you have to behave when you're working for the man, for the corporate man, which technically, I mean, you are on YouTube too. You're working for the Google daddy. But they have to be like, what do you think? Oh, we're probably not going to agree. We're probably going to agree to disagree. And I'm like, oh, God.
God, what is your childhood trauma?
Okay, come on, great. Yay. Okay. So then we have the HOH competition, which ended up being a quiz type competition. The HOH is Lauren this week. So little Louisiana Lauren is the HOH. And right away, she's already cried. I wonder if these people know you don't have to win HOH. Because every HOH, it seems like the new kind of way to HOH is to cry and go, it's so hard for me. And I've heard people say on the live feeds all day how hard it is for Lauren. Because she's so sweet and she's so wholesome. And how hard it is for her to nominate people. And I'm like, what? She knows she's playing Big Brother. She watches Big Brother. But here we are. So she's like, this is so hard. It's really hard. And the crazy part is she's saying this and people are saying this about her to people that she has nominated. And I would argue it's harder for the people nominated than the HOH. But what the hell do I know? Okay. Lauren's nomination. So Lauren is the HOH this week. Her noms are, shocker, Kelly, Keanu, and Will. Okay. Kelly and Keanu, we're going to win. We'll take ourselves off the block. Keanu was talking to Kelly today and like, we're the blockbusters. It's like, okay, calm your boner, Keanu. Let's just calm down a minute. You won the power veto last week when Casey won it for you. Okay. So a girl won it for you, which is amazing because Casey's a badass and right on Casey. But to act as though you're this like comp beast, slow your roll, Keanu. And then Kelly, she loves puzzles and she just is obsessed with Tucker. At this point, if Tucker's watching, hey guy, you might want to file a restraining order. I'm just putting it out there, and not, not trying to make it bigger than it is at all. But you might want to just, get the paperwork rolling, because Kelly can't stop talking about Tucker. I almost wish Tucker never played Big Brother, because they talk about him so much this season. And they use it like, you're Tuckering, you're totally Tucker, you're Tuckering. Where I'm like, can we play our own game? That'd be great. That'd be so great. You want to recreate the Tucker thing, but it doesn't work for you. So I know that Kelly thinks she's Tuckering, as she would say, but she most certainly is not. Hers is more of like a spiral.
I was going to say, like, the only person that's more likable around here than me is you.
Now, she's definitely unpredictable, like Tucker. Unfortunately, with Kelly, the likability in the house is missing. And it feels like she's trying to recreate this thing that Tucker already did. So it feels inauthentic. And it's harder to cheer for and be like, this is exciting. Because it's just like, and she also doesn't know anything about the show. She's like, I watched one episode. I'm not really sure. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So the house is basically, we'll send Keanu home. That's where they're at right now. As long as Keanu doesn't win the power veto, doesn't win the BB butt blaster, whoever he's up against will go home. And that's what they say now, because they've had it with Keanu. They don't want to use him as a shield anymore, but that could all change again. We don't know. As far as Will goes, this is where our dear Lauren was worried. She's been very worried how Will was going to react to being nominated. Let's just say Will's not thrilled. Okay. And I find it comical that these people expect Will to be like, yay, I'm up on the block. They're all like, oh, I don't, you have Catherine and Lauren and the HOH going, I don't like the way Will is reacting to being put up. Yeah, no shit. It's not like Will is being mean or yelling. He's just like, oh, so why didn't you guys just send me home last week if you're just going to keep putting me up and telling me I'm 250% safe? If you're just going to use me as a pawn, like, am I just going to be the perpetual pawn this season that you guys are just going to put up as a placeholder because you think it's no big deal? Just put the old man up. Now I paraphrase some of that, but I don't blame Will. He just got off the block like hours ago, and then you put him right back up. And for what? And isn't she in an alliance with him? Like, that's the crazy part. He's in the bond, isn't he? I'm pretty sure they're both in the bond. And so Ava and Will have been talking, and they're like, okay, well, this pretty much ends the bond, right? Like, if we're nominating in, what is it? Is it week 2? I don't even know what the hell week we're on. We've had 2 people go home. So week 3, and you're already digging into your own alliance to put on the block? Like, what are you doing, right? Adele says, the bond has been broken. Yes, Ivan, the broken bond. I mean, it doesn't take a freaking genius to be like, there's other people I could put up that aren't in my alliance. But Lauren's like, I think it should be Will, because he won't go home. No, baby, pawns go home. Okay? They definitely go home. And if you're in an alliance with someone, probably the last thing you want to do is nominate them. So for me, I saw someone grabbed this screenshot of Will when Julie said the lemon drop thing and put it on Twitter, so I had to grab it. So for Will to be like, this sucks. What's going on? Are we even in an alliance? What's really happening here? I don't blame him. Okay? Stacked in Florida says Will is in Lauren's only named alliance, the Broken Bond. I mean, this is so freaking stupid. But here we are. They're acting as though, I saw someone put this on Twitter, but why are we acting as though Riley can't be put on the block? And while they're putting Will up, Catherine and Lauren are talking about how they really can't trust Jimmy, how he flipped on Amy last week, and how they know he shit talks, and like they'll work with him, but they don't want to tell him anything, and they can't trust him. And actually, they really don't even know how much they can work with them. And I'm thinking, then put Jimmy on the block. But no, we are going to put Will on the block. Yeah, Ava is the only one trying to keep the alliance together, apparently. Our dear Ava is trying her best while everyone else is just like, we'll send our alliance home. Yeah. By a vote of everyone, we're going to send our alliance member home. It's just, it makes no damn sense. Okay. So Lauren's really been struggling, you know, when she was trying to figure out, who will I put on the block? Who should I put up? And she's made it quite clear that she uses the word of Vince. Vince is a go-to for her. She immediately is like, I need to talk to Vince. They were talking so much. She called Vince, you know, in front of people. Let's talk. Like immediately upon becoming HOH. While Vince and Lauren are like, nobody knows we're together. Like nobody knows. We're such a secret. Like nobody knows. Like that everybody knows. Rachel clocked it. Like everybody's clocking it. So Vince was, you know, talking to Lauren because she's like, what do I do, Vince? Lead the way. And he twirls his mustache and he's really excited, you know, because he's unemployed and lives at his parents' house and juggles. So people don't really ask him for a lot of advice or give him a lot of respect, I'm assuming. He wears beanies 24/7. Why can we never see your hair, Will? Not Will, because Will doesn't have hair. Vince, whatever your name is. And why are you flat ironing hair that's going under a beanie that only sticks out this much? And why are you flat ironing hair when it's in the beanie? Okay? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm just like watching him like, what's he doing? Why is he doing that? Huh? What? Vince. So Vince asked Lauren, like, what is your gut leaning towards? I know it was initially Will. And Lauren's like, now I'm scared of how it affects other people in the bond. And Ava, yeah, you should be. Because that is your alliance, babe. And Vince is like, yeah, Ava seemed a little upset last night about the potential of Will going up. Yeah, because Ava's not an idiot. And she's like, I thought we were an alliance. An alliance means you're aligned together, working toward a goal to get other people out before your alliance, protecting each other. Noun, I don't know. Just look it up. And Lauren says, now I feel it's too late to change anything. No, it's not. How is it too late? You hadn't made your nominations yet. Like, what is going on here? She's like, it's too late. It's too late. What do you mean it's too late? You didn't make your nominations yet. You could have changed it. You don't have to put them on the block. Oh my gosh. And then Vince tells her, don't worry, baby. It's never too late. I added the baby, but he did say that. Mickey and Jimmy had a conversation today because we have the triple threat with Mickey, Jimmy, and Morgan. Morgan's in trouble. Like, girl, you are in danger. Okay. Because Mickey is telling Jimmy about how she doesn't understand what's going on with Morgan. She's like, something's off, Jimmy. And you can't say anything. And I'm like thinking, oh God, this is definitely going to get back to Morgan. And, you know, Mickey's talking to Jimmy because she's like, I don't really have anyone else to talk to. And she says, I love Morgan. I love her to death, but there are certain things I don't like. Her and Zach are inseparable. And she has a level of paranoia with us being Mickey and Jimmy talking to anyone alone. But then she can be on a hammock with Zach for 3 hours and no one says a thing. And I have to say, I would be sketched too if I was Mickey, because it does seem like Morgan has a very particular way in which she's playing her game. And she's not going to deviate. She's not going to pivot. She's inflexible in that way. And she's also blinded by the love she feels towards Zach, which I'm like,
honey,
what?
You've got a big storm coming.
Oh, God. And this is what I feared for Morgan, our hashtag gamer girl. Okay. I feared this for her when she started really talking to Zach a lot, and then talking to Rachel about, well, I mean, I do like him, but he likes Lauren, and I don't want to be like that person that like tries to come between them. It's like, first of all, you can't. Zach will say to anyone who will listen how Lauren is his exact type. Zach is speaking as if they listened to Zach casting and put Lauren in the house for him, like it's damn freaking Love Island. All right. And for some reason, Morgan isn't getting that. Like, she seems like she'd be okay with sloppy seconds, as much as she's like, well, maybe, well, I don't know. We just have such a connection. I mean, he even told Mickey that when Mickey talked to him about that today, like, what's going on with you and Morgan? Like, don't say anything. And if you ever say that I asked you this, Zach, I will deny it. I'll say you're a liar. And he laughed. And she asked, like, what's going on with you and Morgan? Like, you guys talk all the time. People are noticing that they're inseparable. And he said, well, again, for the 1,000th time, Lauren is my exact type. Like, she is the exact age, eyes, eyelashes, leg hair, everything that I'm looking for. However, me and Morgan, we get along really well. But I feel like Zach wants to just say, she's too old for me. Like, that's how I feel the type of person Zach is. Zach wants the 22-year-old hottie from Louisiana who seems sweet and wholesome and, you know, like the America sweetheart. And he doesn't want the early 30s hashtag gamer girl with a lot of opinions. Zach doesn't seem like the type of guy that wants a woman with a lot of opinions. I'm sorry. He just doesn't. He doesn't. All right. So, yeah. And he lost his brother, Zay. So how dare anyone question Zach about anything? He's really struggling. I got to get that crying sound effect of Zach ridiculously crying when Zay was evicted. Yes, Adam. Zach's chemistry with Lauren is awful. Okay. Ugh. And Zach, like Stack says, admitting to Ashley that he's leading Morgan on. Like, he's annoying. He is so annoying. Yeah, Zach is the type of guy that's like, I want pure. And you're like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, like, you know, like only me. And you're like, okay, good luck. Interesting. He strikes me as one of those types, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, Dane, exactly. But Morgan is spending so much time with him. And the thing that Mickey and Jimmy are seeing, especially Mickey, what she's communicating to Jimmy, is that it's fine for Morgan to go make other alliances and relationships, but we're questioned every time we do. Or, you know, it's like Morgan can do it, but we can't do it. So Morgan, through this, you know, alliance, friendship, gaming she has with Zach and Vince, is kind of losing Mickey and Jimmy in the process. And we know that, you know, triple threat already isn't completely solid because they already are sus on Jimmy. But Morgan, the last thing Morgan needs is to lose Mickey. And she's losing Mickey. This is Mickey building a case. The case has started being built. And it's unfortunate if, you know, they do completely fall off. But they both, you know, agreed that she's just too paranoid with when they talk to other people, and she'll talk to Zach. And Morgan stays up with Vince like every night talking. So it's almost like the rules are different for them. Rachel talks to Morgan and tells Morgan that Catherine and Lauren are with the guys. And because they think they're on the bottom with the girls, which is what Catherine told us all, you know, and that's why Lauren didn't put up Adrien, because there was also a push to like put Adrien on the block. So they want the guys as shields. Rachel's saying she also thinks that Vince is pulling some crap because he was up with Lauren so much. So Lauren and Vince, again, making it very obvious that they have a working relationship, a close working relationship in the game. Mickey is just, you know, saying that people are noticing that Morgan and Zach are inseparable, like I mentioned before. Morgan says that she wants to play the veto and take Will down. but will only do it if Lauren says she will put up Adrien. When I don't think it's like, wow, that's a lot of swaying power you would need for Lauren and Catherine, who don't really enjoy Morgan, and then Morgan and Mickey don't enjoy Catherine and Lauren too much, mostly Catherine, but okay. Again, like I was saying, Mickey did talk to Zach and was like, what's up with you and Morgan? I started to see it more now. You guys are always together. It's really cute. Like, she's fishing for information while pretending to compliment them. And Zach's like, she's sweet. My thing is, Lauren is exactly my type. But I get along, or no, I'm sorry. Lauren is exactly my type, but I get along so well with Morgan. I told myself that I just want to focus on one person if I ever get in here. And I'm thinking, how about you focus on the game, bro? Because it's not Love Island, and you could just play the game. You don't have to be in a showman's. Because Zach in a showman's, if you think he is kind of insufferable now, imagine him in a showman's. Oh my God. Burn my eyes out. Okay? Burn my eyes out of the sockets. No, thank you. Ava talked to Lauren. Ava's social game, good. Good job, Ava. So Lauren obviously putting Will up, worried about Will's reaction, also worried about Ava, because hello, the bond called, the alliance you're in, and would Ava be upset? And Ava played it off very well to Lauren and was like, oh my God, I feel so bad that you would have to worry about my reaction to your nominations. No, you got to do what you got to do, girl. You got to do what you got to do. No, I'm fine. Meanwhile, she's just walking around, strutting it. Jimmy's like, you're like Lady Gaga. She's like, hell yeah. I'm like Stephanie, whatever Lady Gaga's last name is. Apologies to Lady Gaga, but I don't remember her last name. And so Ava then tells Lauren, the only people that have any right to complain about nominations are the people on the freaking block. I'm really sorry that you had to even consider my feelings when nominated Will. You didn't put me up, and that means a lot. We're good. And I'm thinking, no, you're good, Ava. You're good. Because we know Ava doesn't love this, but she's not going to go up there and be like, oh, yeah. I mean, she's not a dummy. Then Lauren and Catherine talk, and they had this conversation where Lauren wanted to go down and talk to Will. She's like, when do you think it'd be the right time to talk to Will? And I'm like, never. She was really worried about talking to Will. And apparently Jimmy told her that he would come and get Lauren when it was a good time. I don't know if they thought Will was just going to go ham. He was just going to freak out, but he really wasn't. He was just annoyed, as anyone would be their second time on the block. Like, really? And we're in an alliance and you put me up? Like, what? It is week 3. There are a million bajillion people you can choose from, and you're choosing your alliance member? But okay. Now, Jimmy says, Jimmy had told her that he was going to come get her, but Lauren and Catherine don't trust Jimmy, like I mentioned. So they're like, Lauren's like, well, maybe Jimmy really told him Lauren doesn't want to talk to you. If you feel that Jimmy would do that to you, put Jimmy on the block. Why are you even trying to work with him? It doesn't make any sense to me. If you really feel as if Jimmy, you can't trust him and he would sabotage your game while saying he was helping you, then put him up. I don't know. Or, yeah, put up Riley, who your friend allegedly doesn't like, and they kind of fight. So Lauren says, I love Jimmy, and I think he's good to have close, but I would not give him any information. Catherine says, I agree. I'm getting more and more sketched out by him. Lauren says, I love him, but I think he's playing everyone. Yeah, he is. Catherine's like, yes, I'm going to go eat a pickle. Kelly talks with Rachel. Now, Kelly is instigating. You know Kelly. She loves the instigating.
I'm reverting back to my high school days of instigating. Like, I loved instigating. I was such a problem.
Oh, no.
I was such a problem. I'm good at instigating. I love it. It makes me happy.
So not only is she instigating, but she's telling a lot of people that she likes to instigate. And then when people say, are you instigating? She's like, oh, I can't believe you would say that I'm instigating. What makes you think I'm instigating? Because you're telling everyone you're instigating, and it's pretty clear that you're instigating. So Kelly is talking to Rachel, and Kelly says, yeah, Keanu thinks that he's running the game. And Rachel's like, no, he is not. Kelly says, Keanu really thinks that, no, Keanu really does think that he's running the game. And Rachel says, that's fine. He can be delusional. Now, Rachel, she attempts to, she wants this like secret working relationship with Kelly, but you cannot have a secret working relationship with Kelly because Kelly is just an instigator and is sent here from the depths of sabotage hell to like ruin Rachel's game or anyone she's working with, most likely. So it is very much giving BB27 when Janelle was trying to work with Nicole Anthony and she was like, she's lying to me, because Rachel is like the devil to Kelly and some of the people in the house, but especially Kelly. Kelly has this obsession, which is hating Rachel. And it's one thing to be like, I don't like seeing a returning player. You already had your chance. You already won. What are you doing here? Sure. But Kelly actually could leverage this relationship with Rachel, like a working relationship within the game to help her, but she just chooses not to. And so not only does she choose not to, but she chooses to then instigate more shit and really lie about what her conversations are. So Rachel goes to Kelly and Kelly's laying in her bed and it's after noms. And Rachel's like, hey, Kelly. Rachel's trying her best, but these two they don't like each other. And it's pretty clear. And she's like, hey, Kelly, how you doing? How you feeling? You should probably get out of bed. We got to fight. Like I said, no one would expect this. Kelly's like, yeah, I'm just taking a break and laying in my bed because I just need like a minute. But yeah, Rachel, thanks so much for coming over and pep talking me. And Rachel's like, yeah, because you're like you've actually done cool shit. You like went to Egypt by yourself. You need to be Kelly, who's in like, what did she say? Like the hostels or something. I don't know if she said hostel, but you need to be like solo travel Kelly, who like goes to Egypt and does really cool shit. And Kelly's like, that's like so sweet of you, Rachel. Thank you so much for saying that. Yes, I needed that. You just get out there and you win it, okay? You win that veto. You take yourself off. You can do it. And when you want to stir some shit up, let's stir some shit up together. And Kelly's like, oh, yeah, that sounds nice and stuff. Okay, thank you so much, Rachel. Rachel's like, yeah, girl, because it's Big Brother. There's no friends in Big Brother. You can't really trust anybody. Kelly's like, oh, you can't. She's like, no, it's Big Brother. I mean, you trust people as far as you can, to work with them, but really you can't. Okay, Rachel. Yeah, sounds good. Keanu thinks he's running it, but he's not. Rachel's like, yeah, he's the Lulu. So they have this conversation. They hug it out. Kelly's like, thank you so much, Rachel. Immediately, Kelly goes and retells this story to people. First, she goes up to, I think it was like Will, who was outside talking with Ashley and Ava. But I think at the time it was just, I don't even know who she went out and said it to. But she goes outside and she was like, oh my God, you guys will never guess. Somebody just told me that everyone in the house hates me. And I was like, what is this chick talking about?
This is bullshit.
Yeah, she was like, nobody likes you and Keanu is going to stay. Like she had asked Rachel, do you think Keanu will stay over me? And Rachel's like, I don't know. And there were a couple cuts, they've been cutting the feeds, old Skippy, AKA Button Boy is just getting too loosey-goosey with that finger where I'm like, let them talk. Some of us pay for these feeds because we're idiots like me on Paramount. What am I paying for if you're always going to, we'll be right back, or you're going to another camera that's boring? So Kelly's out there just telling a whole new story. And they're like, she said that? Or Kelly's like, I'm not going to say who said it, but somebody said it. They did. Okay. I don't know. It's my Minnesota, South Dakota something. I'm not sure. I just like it. Okay. Okay. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a hodgepodge. It's a hot dish of goodness. Okay. So yeah, Rachel was like, are you here to win? Kelly's like, I just want to like stay in the game and have some fun. And Rachel's like, okay, but are you here like to win? Well, yeah. Okay. Is that why you did the show? Good. Let's do it. Let's mess some shit up. Let's do it. So she was giving her a pep talk. But Kelly took this and was like, oh my God, I'm not going to say who did it, but somebody just told me that everybody hates me and nobody likes me and I should just go eat worms.
God, what is your childhood
And
trauma?
that's actually not how it went down. But okay. They're like, oh my God, I can't. Yeah. So then Kelly used this as a way for her to go around and elicit pep talks from people to be like, someone said everybody hates me. So I'm just here to get like a pep talk from you. And they're like, well, okay, well, nobody, I mean, I'm sure some people hate you, but like not everybody. It was just so weird to watch Kelly work. And also, they did talk about instigating, Rachel asking if she instigates. And again, Kelly has told so many people she's an instigator, not just Vince in that clip I played, but like so many people how she loves instigating. So Kelly then talks to Keanu and she's like, oh, Rachel, she talked to Rachel and she said everybody hates me and that you would stay over me. I think what she exactly said, let me look at my notes here. Kelly tells Keanu that Rachel just told her that she doesn't have the votes to stay against Keanu and that Rachel would rather keep Keanu because Kelly instigates. Kelly has and Kelly has no idea what Rachel's talking about instigating. And then she asks Keanu, have you heard about me instigating? And Keanu's like, what? We're block crushers. Doesn't matter. We'll get ourselves out of this. Who cares what Rachel says? But really? She said she'd keep me over you? Oh my gosh. But yeah, she's just going around the house going, someone just came up to me and said, no one here likes you. Pull it together. And then Ashley said, who said that? And Kelly said, I'm paraphrasing and I'm not going to say who. It was a pep talk. I'm fucking pepped now. It was that I can't trust anyone. And Rachel did say, like, it's Big Brother. You have to be careful who you trust. But she definitely didn't say everybody hates you. That's not how it went. Meanwhile, Rachel's literally given this pep talk as best as she can to Kelly, who clearly hates her, and Kelly, who she clearly doesn't like either. And Rachel's also making vegan chili for the whole house. And the disrespect. All right. Thank you, Sue. Yes. Reminder to hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the like button. So, oh my goodness. It is just watching Kelly run around and retell this is crazy. Because Rachel did say, are you going around spreading stuff? And Kelly's like, I mean, yeah, I am instigating stuff. So Kelly admitted to Rachel that she's instigating stuff. Rachel's like, why are you doing that? And Kelly said, I don't know, boredom. Rachel said, do you think maybe that probably makes you get on the block? And Kelly says, do you think so? Maybe. So Kelly literally admitted to instigating. And Rachel is arguably trying to give her advice of like, maybe don't do that and you won't be on the block. Kelly's like, I like it too much. But then going around to the house going, why is Rachel saying I'm instigating? I'm not. Kelly told Rachel that she hates being up there with Will again. And Rachel says, I hate being in a season with the majority alliance that thinks that they are running the house. If you want to tear it up and make some frickin' moves, then you need to make some frickin' moves. You need to win the veto. And Kelly took that to be, everybody hates you. You suck. She might be. Because it's almost like it's beyond, it's not someone, Kelly doesn't strike me as someone who is like, I want to do this and I'm going to, I'm going to stir the pot for good TV. Kind of like how Tucker was like, this shit's boring. Let's stir it up. Come on, you guys are fucking lame, Kelly is more like, this is what I do in life. Like, that's what it seems like. It seems like this is her at her core. Like, she just lies. She really likes it. I mean, she said, I love instigating. And it's a problem in her real life. She's admitted that. We saw the clip, So she's asking people for a real pep talk. She needs a real pep talk. She then goes to Ava, and God, I love Ava. I can't stop it. I'm just like obsessed with Ava. And Ava is sitting in the hot tub, and she's like, the jets are just turned on. And everyone's like, Ava, how long are you going to be there? Ava's like, I'll just be in the hot tub for the next like 3 to 4 hours. I feel like, how Ava is a lot in the house is how I would be. I wouldn't be as calm as Ava. I would definitely be way more annoyed with people and would have probably told someone off by now. But the amount of time Ava needs kind of on her own and doing her own thing, and just like when everyone's, I feel like that I relate to that so much. Everyone questioning her decisions, like, Ava, if you sit in the hot tub for 4 hours, won't you get all wrinkly? She's like, yeah, probably. I don't care. Is the hot tub even hot yet? No, but the jets are coming on. It'll get hot soon. I relate to that so hard. People question things I do all the time. Like, well, that doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense for you. It's supposed to make sense for me. And so I love that about Ava. So while Ava's in the hot tub, sitting in the corner with the jets on, planning to sit there, hopefully no one bother her while she meditates. Yeah, she's just vibing. I adore her. But she's still gaming and she's still building relationships. But then she's vibing. She's just being like authentically who she is. I feel like where Kelly's comes off performative, fake, scary, crazy, all the things. Okay. And so she's meditating, which is code for kind of trying to take a nap. And Kelly's like, I'm coming over, Ava. And Ava's probably like, oh shit. Because Ava doesn't love Kelly. She barely likes Kelly, but she's playing the game, So Kelly's like, Ava, can I sit here? Ava, somebody said everybody hates me. And Ava's like, what? Who would say that? That's not true. I mean, everyone doesn't hate you. What? That's mean. But really, I'm sure Ava's like, well, there are some people that hate you, but you do some hateable things. But Ava's being really nice. Kelly's like, yeah. Kelly has this way that is so, as much as you love a messy player or maybe even a little instigator to cause some problems, Kelly's is like whiny sympathy, like, poor me. Oh, and it's just, it's not that fun to watch. I'll be honest. I'm trying to go like, okay, just appreciate what Kelly's bringing, which is, I guess, I want to say, something that isn't predictable, but it is kind of predictable because she's just trying to recreate the Tucker thing, but while also playing the victim. It's not that fun to watch, but week 3. I'm still trying to give the little serial killer Kelly a few more chances. Okay. But as she's there, she's like, yeah, I can't believe someone would say that. And Ava's like, well, it's not true. It's a Big Brother game. We're all gaming. We're all lying to each other and deceiving each other. And we're on a TV show. Like, come on. Kelly's like, yeah, I know. Meanwhile, most people go eat Rachel's vegan chili. Kelly then she was like, everyone goes in and Kelly's like, Adrien, get over here. The way Kelly talks to Adrien, if I was Adrien, I'd want her ass gone. I don't care. Even at this point, even if she's kind of working with me, it's too annoying. She's like, come here now. We need to talk. And you can tell Adrien is uncomfortable with the way Kelly speaks to him, the way Kelly tickles him, the way Kelly is just like, so they start talking and she's like, guess what Rachel told me during the pep talk. So, and then the feed's cut. And I was like, really, Button Boy? Right as they're having this conversation, we get we'll be right back. And when we come back, apparently we missed, because I didn't see it, a situation where now Kelly's mad at Adrien and goes to Vince and plays the victim again, telling him about the Rachel conversation. And also that Adrien said something to her like she was bad for his game. I don't even know at this point because it's Kelly saying it and we didn't really get to see what Adrien said. But it's something that now, Vince, you need to work on this because Adrien says we have to stay away from each other. Oh. And I'm like, why do they keep Stack Button Boy is out of control this season. We're adults. Let us see the feeds. It'll just be getting good, and then it's like, like then it's just music, and we'll be right back. And you come back, and something happens. Well, good point. Terry says, plus, does Adrien know how much Kelly lies? Of course he does. He's not an idiot. Yes, Jenny says Kelly's got that whiny baby sister vibe. It is. And the pick me and the playing the victim. Oh, what a combination. Yes. It's almost worse than Franzel because I feel like with Franzel, There's some strategy there, and it clearly works in situations. But Kelly's is just nonsensical. Kelly's is just, I want to be the next Tucker. Yes. Yes, exactly. She is recreating and projecting her high school world in this house. It really, you hear, there are a few people doing that. I feel like Vince was doing that when he was claiming that he was bullied. And I'm like, Vince, you're 34 with the twirly mustache. We've talked about this. You juggle, you wear beanies, you use a flat iron. You should be bullied. You're not being bullied because you're a 34-year-old man. And at the time you have power in the house. So all of this is today, this afternoon stacked. All of this is going down. It's crazy. Yeah, at least Franzel had gameplay, you know, somewhat self-aware. Was she whiny and would cry? Yes, of course. Would it have been better for Franzel probably to own a little bit of her villainess, her little pick-me-us? Sure. But ultimately, you know, we see her win Big Brother and we see her win reindeer games. So she had to do something right, you know. Yeah, there'll never be another Tucker. Can we move on? We hear from Tucker so much. I wish they would let Tucker send a message in the house, be like, I think it's really cool how you guys really like me, but tone it down because you're scaring me. I feel like they should make a video where Tucker is like, you guys are really scaring me. Please don't talk about me. Please don't try to recreate my game. Please move on. Play your own game. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Did she say that? Because the album Renaissance by Beyonce is the album Lauren got. Kelly said she's afraid of Beyonce. Oh my God. What? I missed that. I missed that. Oh, you crashed before Noms when Mickey was talking sense to Lauren. And yeah, let me sleep. Right before you started. Okay, yeah. You missed some this afternoon. Yes, for sure. So, oh goodness. So Kelly instigates. I don't instigate. Lauren worried about Will. They ultimately do talk. They have a brief conversation in the bathroom, Lauren and Will. And she's like, you're 250% safe, but you're not going to feel that way when you're on the block. And then Vince and Catherine tell Will how hard this is for Lauren and how she's so wholesome. Vince tells Will that Keanu goes home next week next to anybody. And if Keanu wins, Kelly's a good person to go home because she's so smart and good at puzzles. And it'll be very tempting to take her out if she's sitting next to him. Because at this point, I think these guys are catching on to, we can only keep Kelly so long. Because we even saw in last night's episode, I didn't know if they would play it, where Vince says, and you're a little crazy. And she's like, and I'm crazy. It's like on, remember Wedding Crashers? I forget the actress's name. Is it Isla Fisher? She was married to Sacha Baron Cohen. She's a funny lady. And she's like, I will find you. I feel like that's Kelly. I will find you. And the guys are like, ugh. So, I mean, kind of she's working against the patriarchy.
The patriarchy!
In that she's scaring men. So I feel like I should enjoy her more than I do. But I don't. But I'm trying to be more open-minded because it's week 3, but I don't know. Christina, don't put that on Angela. Kelly is not Angela. No, she is not. Christina, no way. Angela was so fun to watch. And like the drama Angela brought was so entertaining to me, at least. And I feel like it was more authentically her. Did she play around with, faking the funk and fake crying? For sure. But not to this level of cringe. It was different. Baby, maybe because Baby Reindeer. Yeah, giving Baby Reindeer vibes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and then pretend she was like, nom, 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 nom. Kelly was like, nom, 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 nom. Like it's no. Oh my gosh. I saw that we talked about that last update. BB is withholding knives this season. They asked for knives 3 days last week and didn't get them. And then Kelly was like, it's so weird that you have to put the knives in a container and give them back. right? Kelly is, no, Angela was entertainment gold. Kelly is, I don't even know what the fuck Kelly is. I'm still trying to figure it out. I fear I was right too. I hate to be right about these things, but yeah, Stack says I fear Jolene was right about Kelly's serial killer vibes. Ohio Jan says aboard Kelly is a dangerous Kelly. She can ruin the best players' games, and this is what frustrates me with Rachel. Is I really wish Rachel wasn't saying anything to Kelly at this point. Almost be better if they just had this ongoing feud, and that Rachel don't even try to think you can work with her, because even the people she's working with, she'll throw under the bus, you know? So, yeah, she was pissed. She wants them knives. Kelly's like, where the knives at? Where the knives at? Oh my gosh. So yeah, so Kelly has her conversation with Ava, and then Kelly makes a weird comment. Because remember, she thinks she's, very liked and like the star of the. I do believe that Kelly thinks she's the star of the show. And when she's telling Ava about what someone said to her and how nobody likes her and all the things, she says, "Oh, sorry, the cameras are all on you now. They weren't before, but since I'm here, the cameras are here." Kelly says this to Ava, and Ava's like, "Yeah, I know." And Kelly says, "I know how you like your alone time." And then Kelly told Ava, she said, "Yeah, you're definitely getting the villain edit." What? Kelly's read on the game is not good. It's not good. Why would Ava get the villain edit? Because she's quirky, outspoken, and likes her alone time? I'm like, what? She goes, "Oh, you're definitely getting the villain edit." What?
Huh?
The delusion, Kelly. No. Oh, this is interesting. Yes, okay. Yes, thank you. Your mama says the most unhinged BB house. Kelly, Raven, Sam, Devin, Jose. Yes. Okay. So Raven and Sam. Kelly gives me Raven and Sam vibes. Obviously, what's his nuts? Keanu gives us Devin vibes because he believes his own hype. Okay. But Kelly, yeah, she's a combination of Raven and Sam. I think those are really great former players. So as much as she wants to be Tucker, she's Raven Sam coded. You know how Sam was like, "I like all the guys." Remember when Sam, sweet and salty Sam from BB20 would like slut shame the girls? We're like, where is this welder lady from? And she's like, "I'll leave this house. I like spotters." And she just, was like obsessed with working with the guys and telling on the girls and like talking about their outfits. And you're like, what? A lot of pick me energy and a lot of cuckoo bananas stuff. So hopefully the editors are going to just start showing us exactly who Kelly is, because I feel like she was getting a real cake edit, a real pristine edit in these episodes that didn't at all hit at how unhinged she is in the game. And I think last night's episode, maybe Wednesday night, I don't remember, but last night's episode for sure was one of the first times I've seen them kind of show Kelly being like, "Nyah." But yeah, very sweet and salty Sam.
If I walk out this door and I take a right, and then I take 2 lefts and another right, and walk down the hall through another door, I'm outside.
I'm outside. So says Kelly looks like she picks her boogers and eats them. I'm gonna just say it, because you have to say, obviously for entertainment purposes only, okay? And allegedly, all right, as my cat's butt is in my face. And oh, Prince, you hit the desk. Okay, let's lock that down. Producer Prince, our wonderful producer, has decided to show up for work today, but she does look a little bit booger eating type. Okay, we won't talk about that. But we got to give some booger shit. But good, your mama came up with the Raven BB Sam, Raven ate her scabs. BB20 Sam, she smoked a lot. I don't think she was a booger eater. And we got Corey from Cerie's season. He was the resident booger eater. So we always get one. Yeah. We'll see. We definitely have the boys letting the farts out. Just free farting, pushing them out. Keanu being one of them. So it's inappropriate. It's totally inappropriate, but it's also totally true. Hello, Prince. Do not show the world your butthole. Sorry about that. Hopefully he doesn't have litter on his, these long-haired cats. They're beautiful, but you got to clean them a lot because they be getting the litter on their butt. So I'm sorry. This isn't OnlyFans, Prince. I don't want to slut shame you, but let's calm it down. We got to charge more. Okay. If that's the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. All right. Let's take a look at maybe a few things that might have been happening while we were on live here in the BB27 house. Okay, let's see. Latest baby. All right. There's my peeps. All right. Oh, Kelly and Adrien, they're having a chant. Oh. Adrien is saying, it's not that I don't trust. And Kelly says, I'll stop instigating.
I should have said it. And you said it by accident. Then they're going to realize where it came from. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it sounds like
I want you here.
That he's like, no, I do want you here. So they're talking about this thing that happened when, Button Boy was pressing the buttons. And so they are having a talk what time is it right now? Okay. So they were having a talk, or are currently having a talk in the kitchen about this. And Adrien's like, I trust your loyalty. I think Adrien is terrified. Someone has to save this guy. If his family could write a letter to get him to get a restraining order against Kelly while he's in the house. Adrien's like, I don't want you accidentally doing something, all right? And Kelly's like, I understand. And she's like laughing. I understand.
You scare me sometimes with how crazy your gameplay is. That's the only.
He said, you scare me sometimes with how crazy your gameplay is. And Kelly goes, like she enjoys scaring these people. She lives for it. Kelly is a episode of Dateline NBC waiting to happen. He's like, the loyal part's the good part, but some of your gameplay scares the shit out of me.
I can't see it. I mean, if you could be exact, that's fine. But I don't know if I can do it or not. I have to see if we could. Tomorrow, I'm going to see what I can figure out.
They're talking about tomorrow, POV competition.
Why we take you down? And Lauren, I mean, I don't know, maybe Lauren tells him too. I don't know how close we are with that. I don't know.
Riley. He's not the smartest box.
They're talking about Riley, and she said he's not the smartest box. Oh my God. She's like, should I pick Riley? He's not the smartest box. I think she wants to pick Adrien to play for her in the veto. I think Adrien's like, I don't want to do this. She's like, but Riley doesn't know big words. Oh my God. Just put Riley up. I don't understand why they haven't put Riley up yet. He's so boring to watch. And he is just floating, coasting along, doing absolutely nothing. Say it again, okay?
I don't know what I can do if you're still on the Bible too. Because I believe that if she had not put Will up, Will would have voted to keep you to stay. But now
Adrien says, I believe that if she wouldn't have put Will up, I believe Will would have voted for you to stay.
have the votes.
If it's me and Keanu, Will has me.
So they're talking about the votes already.
She just didn't want to put Jimmy up.
And Kelly's like, she just didn't want to put Jimmy up, but Keanu's a big threat too. So Adrien says, I need to get you off that block and I need to figure out how.
Okay,
Kelly's like,
what do you think Rachel wants me to say?
okay, tell me what you think Rachel wants me to say to her. This chick is so weird. Oh my gosh. So Kelly to Adrien, I also want you to know that when we were talking, hello, Prince, about which person should go up as a pawn, Lauren didn't want you to go up. I said, put me up instead. And then Adrien says, you don't trust me, question mark. Kelly said, Rachel thinks I have no friends in here. Let's use it to our advantage. Adrien says, yeah, but you need to win because I'm worried about you if you don't win. I don't know where the house is. And Kelly says, and the house can change last minute. Adrien says, the instigating is slowly coming back to bite you in the butt. Shout out to Adrien calling her ass out. And Kelly says, I started a season-long feud between Keanu and Jimmy. Because remember, she has admitted, like, I did that. I'm the reason this person hates this person, the reason that person hates that person. I'm the reason this person, is sad. I made this person cry, then I made that person cry. Like, she has been, like, bragging about this. And Adrien is, yes, Lady J. Adrien's doing her a favor. Adrien is trying to help her. He's like, your social game sucks balls, okay? And not in the good sucks balls way, like the bad way. Shout out to My Life for Nick. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Lane team. We got to do a members live for Big Brother very soon. We start doing weekly or bi-weekly lives for BB where we can get a little more unhinged. So, I would get Kelly out before jury too. Can you imagine? Do you think any of these people want to be in a jury house with her? I don't think so. So Adrien's like, the instigating is slowly coming back to bite you in the butt. And Kelly's like, but I started a season-long feud with Keanu and Jimmy. Kelly says, why don't you trust me as a player? And Adrien says, I do, but sometimes you do things that doesn't make sense. Okay? You don't tell me everything. So then I'm confused. Adrien tells her, you have just got to be careful. Instigating could be good, but only if you get away with it. And you're not going to get away with it, Kelly, if you're telling everyone and bragging about how you love instigating. Oh my gosh. And Kelly says, I got away with like 5. Adrien says, Keanu thinks he is doing the same thing, but it's not working out for him. So Adrien seems to be the only self-aware person that Kelly trusts in the game. Because I don't even think Vince is that self-aware. Kelly says, I told Jimmy that Ashley said she would put him up and to watch out for her. That was it. Adrien says, I don't know. I just know people feel like you are doing it. Amy thought that from day one about instigating. She thought that you were planting seeds. Kelly says, Amy wasn't wrong, but Amy's gone. Oh my God, Kel. Kelly is such a BB psycho. Kelly says, tell me who is saying that. I am instigating things. You are, Kelly. I've heard you tell multiple people in the house. Oh my God. Tell me who's saying that, instigating things. Adrien says, what are you going to do with this information? And Kelly says, bank it. She doesn't bank things. You don't trust me? Adrien says, I trust you as a person. Kelly says, fair. Adrien says, but you scare me sometimes. And we heard her, or I was playing that as they were saying it. Kelly says to Adrien, I also want you to know that when we were talking about which person should go up as a pawn, okay, we already know that. You don't trust me. Kelly says she is picking Zach to play in the veto. So I guess she made up her decision 11 minutes ago if she gets house guest choice, because picking Adrien would be too obvious. Adrien, why not Riley? And that's when she comes in with the that Riley isn't too bright, that Riley is an idiot. So looks like Keanu and okay. Let's see. Keanu to Kelly says, if Vinny is considered the head of it, that takes the smoke off me. I thought I looked like the face of it, making all of the moves and shit. So the head of their little alliance is he talking about? Oh, I'm telling you, these house guests, they are just all over the place. All right. Adrien told Kelly, you have to take yourself off. Will be safe either way. If you don't take yourself off, I don't know. Kelly says, well, don't tell me that. Yeah, tell you that because he's trying to work with you, even though you're acting like a psycho. Oh my gosh. I loved when Kelly 2 hours ago asked Keanu have you heard anything that I'm instigating? Because I have no fucking idea what Rachel's talking about. Girl, you keep talking about being an instigator. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Rachel's playing. Oh, Vince says Rachel's playing a weird game. Kelly's like, weird. I don't get it. Vince, how can you make that statement with Kelly standing right there playing the weirdest game? Vince says she is randomly saying shit. Kelly says she started a fight with Keanu this morning. Keanu tried to hug her. She said, I don't like this fake shit. I can't hug you when I know you're not my friend. Oh my God. This house, these people, the social games are non-existent. So it sounds like Adrien's trying to tell her, hey, this instigating he's blatantly saying it's getting out of hand. And she's like, okay, maybe I'll tone it down a little, maybe, even though we know she won't. Kelly says Rachel's coming after Vinny next. She keeps telling me to watch out for him. Adrien said, but why? Kelly said, I don't know. She's spiraling. Says Kelly. That's the crazy part. She told me that I have no friends today and that I don't have the votes to stay, even over Keanu. Girl, she was giving you some advice and talking about wanting to work with you. Oh my goodness. It is so crazy. So crazy, you guys. So we'll keep watching the feeds and see what's going on. We have, it's Friday, so we have our nominations. Again, if you came in late, we have Lauren as the HOH. We have Lauren has nominated, she's put on the block, Kelly, Keanu, and Will, okay, who's in her only named alliance, like we mentioned earlier. So that was an interesting choice. Will has been having conversations with Ashley and Ava about this. He's not thrilled to be aligned with the HOH and then be put up on the block, and to be put back up on the block right after being taken off the block. As far as Keanu and Kelly go, they are just oddballs, and however they play the game, which is cuckoo bananas. But we do have the power veto competition tomorrow, so that could again drastically change what's going to happen this week. But as of now, everyone's just like, well, if Keanu's on the block against anyone, he's going home. But Keanu has 2 opportunities to save himself. We do not have any powers in play this week, but he does have the power veto tomorrow. And if he doesn't win the power veto, he does have the BB butt blaster on Thursday, right before the episode. So we'll see. But I'll be back tomorrow when we get some veto results and we can talk through more of the spoilers and things that are going on. And I'm sure things will continue to spiral, not just for Rachel, according to Kelly, but for Kelly. All right. And let's all say a little prayer for Adrien that he literally survives being teamed up with Kelly. And we'll see what ends up playing out between Morgan now, or I should say Mickey now questioning her relationship with Morgan and how Morgan's moving in the house, and with Zach and her voicing this to Jimmy, and how Rachel will continue to play now being 24 hours officially since her number one ally Amy has left the game. Will Catherine decide that she is going to do more work for the patriarchy? Or will she all of a sudden become the feminist killjoy she promised us? I don't think she will. So much more to come, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Shout out to all my super chatters today. David and the Angel Muse. Thank you to My Life for Nick for joining the membership. Shout out to my members and my patrons and all of you beautiful pumpkin spice babies in the live chat. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to smash the like on your way out. Leave a comment, because I saw so many wonderful comments flying by in the live chat, and I didn't get to obviously highlight all of them. So leave it in the comment section. Everything you think. Use it as your big brother diary for all your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions about this season. Don't forget to subscribe. Share me with your friends, families, enemies, pets, sock accounts. Sub up so we can hit our 50K goal. And until next time, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see,